Are we good? Alright. Let's see. Let's make sure we're live here. Not getting any notifications.
Not getting any
There we go. Alright, yeah, we're live. Alright, guys. Welcome in. We're doing a live show for you again. It's been a minute since we've played this. Not really that long. It's been like a week and a half, but we did a regular show earlier this week. Just on our podcast channel. Today we're bringing it back, doing some MLB The Show. Cubs versus Yankees, as the Twitter folks suggested. And, yeah, hopefully Keanan can turn things around. I mean, I guess hopefully for him, not really for me, but...
Well, guys, my name's Keanan. If you're a first-time listener, hate that this is how we had to be introduced. Welcome to Around the Leagues. This is the After Dark version of it, where we let our hair down a little bit and then have a little bit more fun on the show. Today, we're going to be going around the horn, per se, no pun intended. We're going to be talking about our favorite 5 jerseys / sweaters from each of the 4 major North American sports. And we'll be talking about... I might give you 3 reasons why I would take Carey Price in a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I might be able to get to that by the end of the show. Not entirely sure yet. Luke's going to talk a little bit about Tua Tagovailoa and the grading changes on him due to recent events. And we'll have some fun for you here. So, Luke, you want to play here at Yankee Stadium or you want to go somewhere else?
I don't care where we play, as long as if it's outside, as long as it's nighttime.
That's fine with me. And we're going to go 7. And overkiss.
Yeah, so big news in the world of sports this week was the Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers released their new jerseys. A lot of diverse opinions on them all. Tampa Bay kind of went back to their, their early 2000s look, kind of what their staple was up until they changed them. Not even that long ago. It was probably 2014, if I had to guess, somewhere around there. But they've switched them back up a little bit. I think theirs look okay compared to what they used to have, compared to what they are moving away from. And then Atlanta's, those things aren't great. But yeah, they were tough to see for the first time, but I guess it could be. I mean, they're not the worst jerseys in the NFL, I would assume. They're just nothing great. And they made it such a big deal about it. And there's still, I think, 4 teams in the NFL who are still expected to release some sort of jersey change or alteration in the next few weeks. So it should be interesting, but who knows?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, a good jersey can definitely make or break you. You know, you could be a good team and play with an absolutely trash jersey like the Patriots, and nobody's going to respect you. That's a false statement. Everybody respects the Patriots. But
to a degree, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like their jerseys. I think their jerseys are very plain Jane, very... this is going to be bad. Okay, don't throw the ball. Oh, man, I forgot we got to do this stupid. Okay.
I think the culture in that same boat of they just have a very simple jersey design. I mean, it looks fine, but it's nothing really to write home about or anything like that. But jeez, off to another hot start here in Hotel Luke.
The shortstop.
Oh, that was a horrible swing.
Oh boy, so this might be an interesting one. Man. Are you kidding me? Goodness gracious.
That's why you run the bases, boys.
This is rough.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
Ooh.
Schwarber.
Oy vey, this is bad. Garrett Cole is getting shellacked early.
Hey, he's 8 pitches in. He can still settle down.
I don't know, man. Down 2-0 already, man. That's not a...
So happens when you play the best lineup in baseball.
I guess that's fair.
Oof.
That nasty fastball.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 40.
Oh.
Contreras.
Oh my god. I didn't realize we were swinging at everything, but okay.
Wall buster.
Hey, that wasn't even the gas, man.
Damn it, I was supposed to be a check swing and he went all the way. That's okay, guys. We're still good. Just settle down. Yeah, that's how you check swing, dumbass.
Oh man. Hopefully Garrett Cole pitches a little bit better than this come like when it's actually time to pitch. I'm not doing the boy any services. Oh boy.
Why didn't you just fight it off, Jay Hay?
Steal!
Good. Get there.
Oh,
Oh,
who do you have at third? Do you have Andujar over there?
No, that's Urshela. I got old, I've got old Andujar riding the pine.
The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu, former Cubby.
Oh boy.
So, guess we'll get into the topics here, so we're not doing anything. I guess we'll just kind of spread these out. So, since football was the big one this week, what are your top 5 uniforms?
Top 5?
Yeah, uniforms in the NFL. It could, I mean, it's your interpretation. It could be all time, it could be current, it could be, like, specifically, like, a team's home jersey or whatever. It's whatever you want to go with.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with my number 5 here first. As much as I hate these people, I gotta say, they're kind of one of the first jerseys I think about when I think of football. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. Just, it's a very plain jersey, but I think that's what makes it great. I think it's got a lot of history behind it. I don't think it needs to change. I think whenever you see the star, you think the Cowboys, and just that on the dark blue, I think looks pretty sharp. I think it just represents, in my eyes, what
what a moonshot looks like. That's right. David Bowie.
It's supposed to look like, but boy, I didn't realize we were giving up solo shots here early. Oh, that!
Look at that! Oh shit! Oh, mine was showing the ball got way into it.
Oh man!
Yeah, I like Dallas's all blue a lot. Or not they're all blue, but I guess they're secondary uniform because they wear the white basically at home and on the road. But When they wear their
Yeah.
navy shirt, I think that looks a lot
Now
better.
batting.
And it's a
Third
different
baseman,
shade of blue, and I
Chris
still think it works
Ryan.
very well for them.
Yeah, I think it's a sharp color. I think they've I think there's a reason why they really haven't changed it too much throughout the years, and that's because they really haven't needed to. Is that what would you go with your number 5?
My 5, I have Buffalo, the Buffalo Bills. I just wish they went back to their red helmet that they had back in the 90s.
The first
Yeah.
baseman,
Because I think it just looks so much better with what they're
Anthony
working with. Oh my gosh. Oof! But, I really like Buffalo. They have the all red alternate, they have the all blue, they can go all white, they can mix up the red with the white, all that kind of stuff. I think they can manage that very well. And their throwbacks are even aesthetically pleasing, I guess.
Yeah.
Even like their like JP Lossman era weren't bad. They weren't great, but they've always been consistently at least average in terms of uniform look in the league. So I like what they're doing, but I don't know.
Up next for the Cubs.
I definitely would say they're probably the best in their division. The Bills are. Certainly like them more than that camo green the Jets wear.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, the Jets' new ones aren't horrible, but it's just, I mean, it's very okay.
Yeah. Now my number 4, whereas we went dark blue and white for number 5, we're gonna go a different colors for number 4. My number 4, the green and gold, the Green Bay Packers. I like that color combination. I think it works well, especially whenever you have the people wearing the jersey with the cheese heads up there at Lambeau.
Yeah.
I like the combo. I think it's something unique. I don't think it's something a lot of people could pull off. I don't want to see green and gold used by a lot of teams. I think that is I don't know. When I think green and gold, I think Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh. Yeah. I think Green Bay, and I think that's. I don't know. I like it. Perhaps I'm off base there, but I like the color combo.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, definitely one of the all-time classic looks. I'm indifferent because Packers can suck it, but.
Batting fifth.
I understand the appeal. I mean, it's definitely a good color combo for being a fall sport and everything like that. You know, it kind of fits in with the times of the seasons.
Yeah.
My number 4, I went with the Bengals.
Okay.
They're very.
Okay.
I mean, they're not crazy. I do like the black and orange look. But I also really like their color rush that they have when they go, just like the black and white. I think that looks muy bien. So, I don't know. I think, again, their helmet has a lot to do with it. I really like their helmet. I think it just looks crisp. And, I don't know. I think I'm probably in that minority, but I mean, I think their jerseys look pretty sick. So
Number 40.
I'll give them some love since they kind of suck as an organization.
That's very true. Hope maybe they get Joe Burrow here later this month. Maybe they don't.
King right there.
Say what?
He's the Tiger King. Going from LSU to the Bengals, he's gonna be good.
Oh, that was good. That's funny. I like that.
I can't take credit for it. I saw it somewhere, but you know what it is. He can't
So my
make
number
it be Joe Exotic. It's all good. Oh my.
So my number 3, we're going to go with a different color scheme from 4 and 5. I'm going to go with who is now the Las Vegas Raiders. I like the black and silver. I think it's a sharp contrast. I don't know. It's another plain Jane jersey look. But whenever you see the Raiders logo, I mean. Granted, I've always thought Oakland. It'll be a little weird getting used to Vegas, But I like the logo. I think the jersey looks pretty. Let's see if I can get this cat. Nope. Sure didn't. But yeah, no, I like the Raiders jersey. I think it's an all-time classic. It's not one that needs to be changed. That's a
Their
fair
pitcher
ball.
does though. Boom.
Boy, this is rough.
Boy, you getting that ass handed to you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put in a different pitcher. Let's see here. Let's get some people warmed up and quick.
Now batting.
All right.
Designated hitter.
So, yeah, that would be my number 3. What's your number 3, Luke?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, okay.
Again, I like their
favorite.
green. I think their green
Okay.
just looks nice. And then, if I'm going to be specific, I like their all black.
Color Rush?
Yeah. Well, no, not. I don't know if it's color. It's just like their jersey pant combo when they do go the all black.
Yeah.
Or like their old school, like the '80s,
batting.
with the lime green.
Yeah,
with, like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
wings and everything like that. I think that looks really sick too. So, yeah, I mean, it's not something you see. I mean, them and the Jets were very similar back in the day, and then they've kind of both moved their own different way with it. But
Now
I really like
Jason.
because I mean the Eagles can mix it up so many ways, kind of like what the Bills can do. They can go with the all white, they can go black pants, they can go green pants, whatever they want. And I think either way they do it, they're gonna look good. So I think it looks sick. Plus, I mean, when you put them, if you put them at the link at night, rocking, either the all black, like when they had, like I always think back to like T.O. when he was there, and they were rocking like the all black helmet, like. That was just an intimidating look, and I think that it's always stuck out to me a little bit, so I rock with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you credit, because I did not put the Eagles in my top 5, despite them being my favorite team. So I appreciate that. Number 2 for me, the Los Angeles Chargers, that powder blue. That is such a pleasing color to the eye. That mixed with the gold Thunderbolts. I think it's if number 1 didn't look so good on Sunday Night Football, it would be my number 1. But boy, yeah, the LA Chargers. The best jersey in the game if you're playing at 1 p.m.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look, like when you're looking back at like LaDainian Tomlinson rocking the powder blue with his dark visor, man, that looks sick. It's one of the most iconic things in my childhood. I was watching him, Antonio Gates, and Phillip Rivers just eat up the AFC West and then shit the bed in the playoffs. I can't remember what year it was, but I think it was the year they went 14-2. No. They didn't know because they didn't make the playoffs this year. They went like 8-8, 9-7, or something like that. Missed the playoffs. They had the number 1 offense in the NFL, number 1 defense in the NFL, and were dead last in special teams. They got they lost a handful of games on missed field goals. Other teams taking kickoffs for touchdowns, punts for touchdowns. I mean, it was atrocious, and it cost them a playoff spot. And that's why the NFL is so awesome.
What would you put in your 2 spot?
I put Houston. I really like the Texans.
Wow,
their red jersey, which if they go with like the red on white, I think it looks better than it's given credit. And they mix their red with their navy very well.
Now batting.
And like I think a guy like Deshaun Watson kind of puts that on the map of like he just looks so badass. Listen here, buddy. Watson's he walks around with that little swag that you want. Like you want to look good in your jersey, right? It's look good, feel good, play good. And Deshaun Watson rocking that. The red looks just so sick.
Yeah, I didn't give Houston much consideration. I'm not a giant fan of the red jersey myself. I do think Houston does it a little bit better than, say, Arizona. I think Arizona's red jersey is atrocious.
Oh my God, you kept it in the park. Doesn't matter though, because it's still a home run, but it's all good. Oh, let's go!
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. What is going on?
No joke, I was like, I'm going to lose. He's got Garrett Cole. I'm going to be screwed because I can't hit him. And then here I am, just molly-whopping your ass. Get him out of here! Hey, I'm walking in, you stupid, you bazy.
Oh, man. So, my number one, and I chose this solely based on a Sunday night, Monday night game. Oh, well, thanks for the...
Oh, shit, why did he go? Why was he... Oh, whatever.
Thanks for
I guess I can
sweet out
sacrifice the out. Jimmy.
So, yeah, my favorite is the Seattle Seahawks. That lime green that looks so good under the lights. Man, that is my favorite jersey in the NFL. I think when Russell Wilson wears it, you know, and Tyler Lockett wears it, it just looks great. If you wear that at 1 p.m. on a Sunday, it doesn't look that great. If you wear it, you know, the first game on Thanksgiving, it doesn't look great. But when you wear it on Sunday night, boy, that sticks out so well, and it's just such a really nice jersey. It's a lot like the Oregon jersey. If you can catch that jersey on a good day, that is a great jersey.
Yeah, that's interesting because you went basically super traditional early on, and then you kind of deviated back towards, I guess, different looks. But
yeah.
Yeah, the Seattle almost made it for me. I think the green, like, it's just not my thing. I like it in moderation, but it's nothing. Like, I think sometimes it can just be overwhelming, like you said. Like, if they don't really rock it at like 1 o'clock. It's like their Thursday night go-to. But yeah, I mean it's nice, but I think at times it's just kind of. I do like their all gray though.
Oh yeah.
I think that one looks badass.
Oh! I respect that.
I got the count. 0-2.
No. Oh my
Gotcha.
God.
3 times.
I didn't realize it was 12 feet behind home plate to the backstop.
Say no,
goodness. Wow. Oh, what?
This dude got mercy ruled.
Here now is the final line.
Oh shit!
Oh my
damn,
goodness.
dude, that's just sad.
No errors.
I didn't realize that was the case.
I didn't either. I would have let you score that if I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh my God! Well, this is an all-time low for the show here, folks. This is.
You want to run another one?
Yeah. Oh, this is embarrassing. They didn't even let me get to a 5th inning.
They called that shit way quick. They're like, nah, this dude sucks.
Oh my God. Wow, did that just happen for real?
Apparently.
Oh my God. Well, guys, I'm sorry about that. I'm Oh, I just got run ruled. Oh, that's big. That's
alright, well, what are we
sad.
gonna do now? Are you gonna do...
I guess you're gonna... Well, I guess we'll just find 2 teams and play.
Alright.
Holy cat. What just happened?
Oh, you got run ruled in your own ballpark.
Wow.
Well, now that we have so much time on our hands, because I gotta wait for this next game to load in, because some dude can't hang.
This is live, folks. We didn't plan this.
My number 1 in the NFL is the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
Again, kind of like how you went with Seattle, going with like their under the lights look. They're all black at home. especially now with Lamar Jackson and being so explosive on offense, but still having that fearful defense. I think they just look sick, and they can. I like when they go with the purple. I don't really like they're all white a whole lot, but they're all black is just so sick. I could watch that all day.
Man, okay. Baltimore almost made it into my list. I like their all purple. I like that, but I just couldn't. They made my honorable mentions, but I could not fit them into my top 5. So those are our top 5 jerseys in terms of NFL. Luke, which sport do you want to do next?
I don't care. You're the one that just got your ass kicked. You can pick.
Okay, that's fair. Which team do you want to go with when we're playing the show?
You want to go rivals? You want to go? I'll be Cardinals. You be Red Sox.
That's fair.
Mix it up
boy.
a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hate myself for choosing the Red Sox, but
I know I hate this, but at least I can have some grief in the Cardinals winning. Fellas, the shit talking will not stop.
Yeah, I mean, I just got run ruled live.
Live in the flesh.
This is okay. So we are not playing at Fenway. Yeah, I hate Fenway so much. Let's see here. Let's play Classic Stadium. I know you hate Polo Grounds, right?
Yeah.
Hate Polo Grounds for a reason unbeknownst to me.
Because it's like 35 feet to straightaway left.
Okay,
but 780 feet to dead center. There's a bullpen in the middle of the outfield.
But how many times are you hitting it to straightaway left?
Fuck you mean? I just did it 6 times against you last game.
Okay, well, nobody watched that first game. Like, I mean, they're all gonna skip ahead to the second game, I'm sure, right, guys?
Yeah.
Well, let's go to Griffith here. How about that? We'll play we'll play a July game, middle of the night, rain, of course. And I'll pick old Eduardo to whip some ass. Boy, I hate all these players with a burning passion. So, well, in terms of our next sport, I guess we can go the second most popular sport in North America. Let's go with the NBA.
Okay.
Alrighty. What would you say is your number 5?
Number 5, I went Chicago Bulls.
Alrighty.
I don't know if they still do the pinstripe, but I like their pinstripe look.
Okay.
And I think it's just an iconic
let's
logo.
keep in mind, or this might be the case for you, it's definitely the case for me, the NBA uses, they don't have designated home and away jerseys. They've got a different set of jerseys that they rotate throughout, that they can choose from for each of their home and away games.
Right.
So, I'll be specifying which jerseys I'm specifically referencing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do the same when I'm going through them, but I don't know the names of them because I didn't write that down. But like, yeah, Chicago, just like their pinstripe was always nice. I think they've just got an iconic look.
Oh my god, this is not good.
Here we go again. Can Keanan make it past over under 5 innings in this ball game?
Brutal. Brutally honest.
What's your 5?
So my 5 is the Brooklyn Nets City jersey.
Is that the one with the Coogee socks?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
The Bed-Stuy. I like that. I mean, I'm kind of a hip hop guy myself. I like that inner city look with the graffiti style logo. I think they're sharp looking jerseys. I think they represent New York pretty well, especially Brooklyn. They've got sharp colors to them. Yeah, I'm a fan of them. The Brooklyn City jersey made my top 5.
Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna tag up there?
Nah, I
Wow.
figured you'd
Okay.
just throw it away anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Batting third, the first baseman.
What do you got at
Which
4?
Paul Goldschmidt.
my number 4, the Memphis Grizzlies Vancouver throwback
Oh,
jerseys.
dude, yes. Those I didn't even think about putting those. Those would
Yeah.
be right
So
up there.
those are my favorite jerseys, and I'm I love those the jerseys with the what is it, the etchings on the side. Those are absolutely fantastic.
They're sick. John Morant looks so fitting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan of them. Those are they almost made it a little higher in my list, but the Van City throwbacks, boy, those are really really nice.
Yeah. It was nice to have them come back. They were gone for so long.
Oh, for
A
sure.
lot of teams did it this year too. Like the Kings brought back they brought back, I believe, their red Sacktown throwbacks, which was a nice little touch. Oof.
Count 1 and 2.
Damn it.
Okay,
You figured
we
it
almost
out, huh?
had. So what was your number 4 there?
I went with the Pelicans with their
Okay.
I don't know which one it is, but it's the white on white, but it's got the like Mardi Gras stripes across the
The left fielder,
chest.
Andrew
Okay.
Benintendi.
I don't know. That might be their statement. I can't remember which one it's listed under, but I think those look badass.
I like it.
And they're
I
they're
like
fun.
it.
They're a little bit festive, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you gotta make it a little different. Oh, we're breaking up the no hitter early,
That
boys.
50 speed was booking it.
The third baseman, Raphael Devers.
Oh boy.
That
Well,
50
that 50
speed was not.
Was not. Yeah, that's a fair point. My number 3 for my list, the Utah City jerseys. They are a little bit unique in that they kind of go from like a shade of like red gradually down to a shade of orange, and they got those different blocks of color.
Right.
They're not everybody's flavor. I totally get that. I wouldn't expect it to be everybody's flavor. I don't know, for some reason it's my flavor, and they're a personal favorite of mine. The Donovan Mitchell 45 looks really really good on it.
The
Yeah,
designated hitter,
big fan.
JD
Okay, I respect it.
Martinez.
I am not hitting the spot, huh?
Again, you're not going to find the Utah Jazz City jersey on any top fives by your big wig jersey rankers or whatever, I presume. But you're going to find it right here on Around the Leagues.
That is a fact. I will say one of the very first. Oh, you jackass! Reach your hand up there.
Wow.
You're out.
It should
It's
be one
easier
up.
to run the bases before the ball gets picked up.
That's fair.
One of the first NBA jerseys I ever owned was a throwback
Leading off
Andre
for the Cardinals,
Karolinko
the catcher, number
Okay.
with the Jazz AK-47.
Molina.
Yeah, I respect that.
Dude was a living legend. Oof.
I certainly respect that. What's your number 2?
Well, my number 3, since you didn't ask,
Yeah.
is the Golden State Bay throwback
Okay.
with the circle in the center.
Yep.
I think that one
Yep.
looks. I mean, I like the
Batting
trolley that's going
The
down.
right fielder.
I like
Dexter
the.
Fowler.
It's kind of simplistic in a way, but it still looks relatively.
It's the all gold. It's
Yeah, I mean, it looks modernized a little bit, even though it's pretty much just a throwback. I think it just looks very splendiferous.
I mean, now if you put that style of jersey with like the Charlotte Hornets, it probably looks trash. But considering they've won, 3 of the last 5 titles,
Tyler.
Oh yeah, that helps
Yeah.
your case a little bit.
yeah, I mean, you can get away with using one color in your jersey when you do that. So now that I asked you about 3, what about number 2?
Number 2, I went Washington. I've liked their jerseys pretty much whatever they've rocked with since I can remember. I mean, they're the Gilbert Arenas era with just like the kind of like just like the basic blue with the odd like wizard font.
Tommy.
I thought that one looked fine. Whew, good thing I got back to the bag. There was the they used to rock like a gold alternate jersey back in the day.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas rocking around with those like super baggy shorts. I thought that was always funny. And then I like what they've got now, just with the it's like the 3-stripe look on the chest. It goes around. It's got the red, white, and blue.
Leading off. for the
They
Red
still have the
Sox,
all white that looks good,
the
and,
first baseman.
and probably helps that John Wall's the one rocking it because he's one of my favorite players. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you put that on Mike Bibby or another player that wasn't super relevant in the mid 2000s. The jersey probably doesn't look that great.
I would assume not.
Yeah. So my number 2, this may or may not come as a shock to you. So if any of you guys know me,
The second
last
baseman,
year
Michael.
I predicted the Toronto Raptors would be the world champions approximately 9 months before it happened. Now, is that correct or incorrect?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so I said Toronto was going to win the world title. Nobody believed me. Everyone was like, you bugging, whatever. Fast forward to June, they end up winning the world title. And, I end up looking like a genius because of it. My number 2 jersey, and this is partially a homer pick because they ended up winning the title, I believe, in these jerseys. Or they may have won Game 5 in these jerseys. The Red North jerseys. The ones that got the North in the basically in the upward pointing arrow with the word North spelled out. If you look at their championship ring, it's got the North posted on it. They had their black and gold version of the jersey. The red jersey looked significantly better. I was a giant fan of these jerseys, and it would have made number 1 if I didn't like number 1 as more. So
Well, that makes sense.
I know.
It would have been really funny if you went through that and you're like, yeah, because they won, you go off this all spiel, and you're like, so my number 2 is the Denver Nuggets. And like there was no reason. But no, here we are. You had to just keep it all intact.
Yeah. So that's kind of a homer pick, mostly, to feed my own ego, so to say. But I really do like those jerseys. If Kawhi Leonard was still in Toronto, if I was buying a non-Knicks jersey, that would probably be the first jersey I would look at buying.
Okay. I respect it. I'm down
Yeah.
with it. Damn, I
And
cannot
so-
keep the ball away from Jackie Bradley.
Jackie Bradley out here putting work in, bro. So your number 1 NBA jersey is...
Colton.
Portland Trailblazers.
Wong.
Wow. Yeah, I would have put any amount of money in the world that it would not be Portland. This surprises me.
Well, I like it. I like that they're black and red. I mean, it's not like a crazy color concept, but they do, like their Rip City, it looks good. They went back to like a little bit of a throwback this year with the, like the old Blazers font across the chest. Damian Lillard looks good as shit in it.
Now batting.
They had
The
another,
third baseman.
I mean, they have like an all black throwback that didn't even look bad. Damn, you just intentionally, what are you doing?
Say what?
You gonna intentionally walk me or something?
No. I'm out here making you ask questions. I'm throwing your rhythm off.
He's going. He's going. Ball inside.
Well, I'm glad we did that.
That was a good pickoff move.
Yeah, it was, wasn't
You
it?
got it 90 feet behind me. There's no way I was getting back in that bag. Oh shit.
Oh,
Going again,
man.
I'm not stupid.
Thought you were stealing third too, huh? Nope.
Hell no.
One ball.
I don't need to
So-
steal 3.
So the Portland Trail was number 1. That was not gonna be my guess.
Well, it is. What's your
So,
Uno?
mine- So my number 1, this one,
Now batting.
give me some flack for it. I know that the team is trash. I'm a homer. Yada yada yada. The New York Knicks, their city jersey, the New York Fire Department. This is a fucking nightmare to the biggest. I absolutely hate throwing this baseball.
DeYoung.
Oh, I'm glad old Chavis was over there. Gosh, yeah, the NYFD, those jerseys, the one they look so sharp. I mean, the team might be absolutely garbage. The owner might be even more garbage. I can't help any of that. Oh my! Did he really not get tagged?
Number 4.
Apparently not, bro.
Molina.
Holy cap! What is going on?
Hey, there you go. You made that throw.
Did he
pretty
really
fast.
touch the base? Did he touch the base? Holy
Damn,
cow.
dog. 5 airs.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. This is such BS, man.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Don't hate to play, hate
The
the
right
game,
fielder,
homeboy.
Kevin.
Wow.
Love.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, for somebody. But
I
hey, you know
definitely
what?
brought-
You've stuck it out. You're already almost 3 innings in.
Brought my A game today, boys. As I strike out to a knuckle curve.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Gosh, dang
Andrew.
it.
You want to go to? Let's do hockey next.
Hockey, we want to do sweaters?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do sweaters.
Full disclosure, don't know shit about hockey, right? I don't watch enough of it to really put a list together. So I just Googled a ranking of the top, or I guess of all 30 jerseys. Scrolled through and was like,
31.
oh, that one looks good. And then I made a list based off of that 30-second glimpse I had. So
Okay, alright, well, I mean, that is a casual's opinion, and I respect it. Oh, did I get enough of that? Nope. It goes about 4.
not even close. I'm
5.
walking E.
Gosh. Alright, so my number 5 jersey. This guy voted number 1 by the NHLPA last week in their poll when it came to best jersey, the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't like this jersey as much as other people do. I do believe it is a sharp jersey, the red with the logo contrast. Hold on.
Now batting. The designated
When you're
hitter.
live, sometimes these things happen. You rip the mic right out of your right out of your ears. So yeah, the Blackhawks jersey looks really it looks really crisp. When they're playing at home, you know, when you see the sea of red, it looks really nice up there at the United Center. I'm a big fan of things that look crisp. I like Chicago's jersey. I don't like it as much as the others. In terms of red, this is the only jersey on my list that features the color red. So that they do the color red better than any other team in the NHL.
Not the Red Wings.
Okay, yeah, we don't give the Red Wings any credit around here. They imagine being a Red Wings fan voluntarily.
This will be the first time we really overlap. I have the Blackhawks at number 4.
Now batting.
Okay.
So,
Left fielder,
I mean, I'm with you.
Tommy.
I like them. They were the
Okay.
first like hockey team that I guess that I really ever sat down and watched. I remember back I was in middle school or high school, and I remember a game came on, so I watched them. I mean, it was the first time I really ever watched a hockey game. It might have been game
No, he's in there.
7 of the Stanley Cup, actually. Whatever.
Okay.
I know there was a game they were down like 2, and they scored twice in 30 seconds and forced overtime. And
That
was one
may have
stuck
been
out.
2013. It's either 2010 or 2013 that happened. I want to say it was 13.
I think 13 sounds right. I don't think I was in 5th grade. But yeah, they were. That was one. But my 5, I put the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay, the Canes. Nice.
Yeah, I like their. I think it was their red one that I saw. I thought it looked all right. I mean, it's very splashy for hockey. You don't really see a lot of like exuberant color. I guess when I think of hockey, I think more of like bold.
Tough guy.
Yeah. But there's like it's very poppy, and like with the Blackhawks, the red is complemented very well by
The
black
logo.
and white, and the logo
Yeah.
takes up a big portion of the face of the sweater. But the
Up next for the Red Sox.
Hurricanes, it just
designated hitter.
sticks out like a sore thumb. But I think it kind of works a little bit, so I like it.
Now, it's something also to keep in mind. Whereas for basketball, a lot of people wear the jersey for fashion. A hockey jersey isn't necessarily made for fashion.
No.
Granted, a lot of people will wear a hoodie underneath it, throw the jersey on top, or the sweater, throw the sweater on top of it, and rock a pair of jeans, and it looks good. But they're not designed to be the most fashionable pieces of apparel in your arsenal. So your number 4 was Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So my number 4, we're going to. I mentioned no more red in my list. Well, this is the only team that does black and yellow. I won't say it. Well,
That
that's.
ball's smoked.
Oh man, did that clear that giant wall? It did.
It did by a
Wow.
mile.
Holy cat! How about that?
How about a round of applause for Keanan in the comments? Holy cow, this guy can actually do something.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate the support. The love is strong. So black and gold. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think the Penguins jersey, black and gold, is really hard to pull off in a hockey jersey. Now, if you're trying to do it for fashion, you can do black and gold well. But if you're trying to do something that looks rugged, black and yellow looks disgusting. The Penguins jersey looks pretty nice in my opinion. It's very simple with the penguin and the hockey stick, and if my guy could pick something up.
Oh, I definitely could have scored on that. I didn't realize the cutoff man was sprinting out to right field.
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Okay, well,
He beat it.
A
glad we
little
got
late
that.
on the throw.
Yeah, I was about to say, glad we took a step before we.
Now batting.
Wow, what garbage. Yeah, so the Penguins, the black and gold, really solid look. I think they, in terms of black and gold, it's the best jersey looking in the league. Other teams do black, other teams do gold. Other teams do yellow. I shouldn't say gold. But boy, they look corny. They look bad. Yeah, Pittsburgh. They get my number 4 spot.
Young.
Okay. So does that mean you're not a fan of the Bruins?
No, the Bruins. Theirs looks bad. I mean, theirs looks like something that maybe a high school sophomore could do in their Photoshop class. Like it's terrible. The Bruins, they I wouldn't say they're bottom 5 in the league, but boy, they're not doing themselves any favors.
Well, before you keep bashing on them, they're my 3. But I gotta say, I mean, it's mostly because it's like an iconic look for me. One, Happy Gilmore rocking the Bruins jersey in the driveway. That's all. I mean, obviously that's going to give you some credit.
It's true.
Caleb's a bit of a Bruins fan, so
Is he really?
Yeah, so I like.
I did not know that.
By virtue of family ties, I guess I'll say I'll give him a little bit of respect there. Is that ball out? Oh, suck my bukkali! Oh my golami! Yachty 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 yachty! Ooh!
Now batting. Right field.
What
Do you
garbage,
know what
man.
that's worth?
Fowler.
What garbage. Holy cow. Well, this game just got out of hand. So number 3 with the Bruins. Who? I didn't realize Kalen was a Bruins fan. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's gonna. Once he picked up hockey a little, or not. I mean, it wasn't crazy recently, but
Yeah.
he picked it up. He became Bruins fan, and
Leading off.
yeah. So whenever if the Bruins are in it, I'll root for the Bruins. If not, I'll root for whoever
Bradley
is around. I mean, I
Jr.
don't know. I didn't really have a team this year. I guess the Rangers were kind of my team.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Well, that's funny you mentioned the Rangers because the New York Rangers fall at number
Hell
3
yeah,
on my
dude.
list.
You would think we're out
The
here
blue-
giving like scripts and shit for this, but nah, this is just all off the dome.
Yeah, this is live. We did not plan this. Granted, we kind of did on Twitter if you follow us earlier this week, but we did not talk about this our choices prior to the show. But yeah, the blue shirts. They do the blue. They do the blue really well. Granted, I mean they got the Rangers going down in the diagonal logo. It's diagonal wording. I shouldn't say logo. It's just a simple piece. It looks really sharp. For a James Dolan owned entity, I can't be mad at it. And I really want to because it's owned by James Dolan. And if
Oh, he was out.
Dude, I was getting ready to lose my shit. Holy cow. Wow. Oh, this is just sad. Wow. So what about your number 2?
I went Minnesota Wild.
Wow. Wow, okay.
Leading off for St. Louis.
I don't know
Okay.
why. I just it was different. I was like, that one looks, I guess, pretty cool.
O'Neal.
Okay.
Gotta show some
The
love to my
trees is their
people up
logo?
north. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Not what I would have went with, but you know, there is some love for the Wild jersey.
Yeah. I gotta make sure my next jersey
Now
is
batting.
actually
Left fielder. Tommy.
Is what?
I gotta make sure it's a current jersey. Dude, I'm telling you, I am not up to date on hockey. I'm not kidding. What's your 2?
My number 2, a lot of people have this as their number 1. It was actually voted tied for second in the NHLPA poll. The Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay.
This jersey is a sharp jersey. Vegas, the newest team in the league. That's going to change whenever Seattle gets their team here, I believe by the end of the year. But Vegas, the jersey is just, I mean, if you haven't seen it, pull up a photo of it. Do yourself a favor. It's a sharp jersey. Now this one's black and gold. They have the knight mask, the helmet on their logo, and it looks. Oh my! Oh my! Got him.
He was halfway to second base. I hope you got him.
Yeah, the Vegas jerseys, they just look really good. The colors match up really well. The logo design is really sharp. It's really crisp. This is probably, I don't want to say the most fashionable jersey in the league, but it is definitely the most fashionable jersey in the league. I mean, it's just the color scheme is really sharp.
Leading off. For the
My
Red
number
Sox,
one is my number one for a couple of reasons. Again, you'll probably call me a homer on it, but I'm a big fan of number one. But number two, Vegas, super sharp jersey. If you're a hockey fan and you're just choosing based off jerseys, this would probably be the jersey that you would go with.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Okay. What's your one?
My number one, it was tied
Maple
for
Leafs.
second.
Ball 1.
It was tied for number 2
1 ball, 2 strikes.
in the NHL PA poll. The Toronto Maple Leafs. The jersey, it doesn't get okay. So I will say this: this helps because they redid their logo. Their recent logo in like 20, I don't know. It's just the really simple like leaf. I hate that logo so much. Their like Winter Classic logo where they actually take like a real maple leaf and they put like the words on it. Terrible logo. Their new logo, the one that they use currently, the small, well, it's not even really a small leaf, and that's foul, of course, because this game hates me. That was going to be a walk-off dinger. It wasn't.
Walk-off solo shot down 3 in the 6. That's a bit bold.
Yeah, Toronto, the blue and white, it looks really sharp. The numbering on the back, I believe, looks really crisp. They've got it's just the simple maple leaf with the word Toronto Maple Leafs on it. I like that personally. I don't like their white as much as their blues. I think it's a sharp jersey. My next jersey will be their home. Will be their home blues. Some honorable mentions. This actually would have made my top 5 if they had been a member of the NHL, but they're not. They're the country. Team Canada's jerseys, and this one is specifically their World Cup jersey from 2016. I actually have this jersey about 10 feet away from me right now. Their World Cup jersey with the sleeves representing the Canadian flag. I'm a giant fan of that jersey. It is one of my all-time favorites. That would have been number 1 on my list had they been an NHL team. If you're trying to design a jersey, that is how you should design it. And Vegas was in the league after that jersey was created, so it doesn't surprise me that they, I don't know, I don't want to say they took something from that jersey, but I would like to think they were inspired by it.
Yeah. That's how the world works.
Yeah, so that's my 1 through 5. Obviously Toronto being 1, it's a little bit of a homer pick because I am a Toronto fan. But, hey, at me in the comments section. You can at me on Twitter, at Keanan Alstatt. I'm willing to take all questions and criticisms. So, but hey, you can't please them all. So, what's your number 1?
I'm curious what you think my number 1 is.
Well, damn, I wasn't expecting you to choose Portland as your number 1 for. Oh man, your number 1 for. I'm gonna choose 3 teams because they could be one of these 3 teams for any reason. I'm gonna say Montreal, Winnipeg, and Calgary.
Well, you nailed it. It's Winnipeg.
Is it really Winnipeg?
Yeah. The Winnipeg Jets. Oh.
Now I like the Jets and the Jet logo. I think the Jet logo is pretty fire.
Yeah. I just liked it the way the way that they kind of trim out the different colors. So like they have I guess like their waistline of their shirt would be the like it's the 2-color look, and then you've got I guess the top half of the sweater then is its own color, and then you got the different color trim. They can mix it up different ways. I mean, they've got the white with the 2 blue trim. They've got the navy with the white on the light blue. They've got the light blue with the white on navy. They've got a lot of different looks. I just think it looks nice. It's a pleasant little uniform.
It is. It is. I'm sure the fine people of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada will appreciate you choosing their sweater as number 1.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Matt leaves baseball, which, hey, we're playing baseball right now.
That is true. I mean, how else would you rather end it?
Ideally without having to play 9 innings, but here we are.
Okay. You can at me next time. Oh my God, that's.
How about I go at you?
Oh man, man, better people have had to square up for less, man. That was disrespectful. Wow.
So happens when you don't put the ball past the infield grass.
That's fair. Super fair. So what's your number 5 for baseball?
Number 5. Alright. City of Chicago. I'm a Cubs fan. But I ain't going Cubbies. I'm taking the White Sox.
Really?
It is not a crazy look. It's just black and white, but I think it looks spectacular given... I mean, it's so simple, but it's just white and black pinstripes. It goes back. Basically, however long you want to go back, you can look at any sort of jersey, and it's pinstripes, white, black, maybe throwing like a navy blue. That's kind of all they really had, and I think the White Sox have stuck with it for so long. They've had so many legends come through. I mean, just in my lifetime, you've seen guys like Mark Burley,
Mark Burley,
Frank Thomas. Mark Burley threw a perfecto or whatever, or no hitter.
That's true. I watched it earlier this week.
I did too, because I think it was the 10-year anniversary of his between the legs flip.
Yeah, which is a crazy play, by the way.
Yeah, it was absolutely absurd. If you haven't seen it, you might want to go check it out. It was
Fowler.
superb athleticism from a not very athletic looking guy. So he looks like his fingernails stink. That's my only take on Mark Burley. But yeah, I even like when they have their the all black shirt with the pinstripe white pants. They've got a lot of different looks with such a small sample, so I like it.
I feel you. All right, so my number 5, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay. This is if you want to talk about iconic logos, right? And there's certain. I would say baseball has the most iconic logos of any sport.
I'd agree.
When you think of LA, or if you were to give a symbol to the city of Los Angeles, you would give the Dodgers LA. Like that is what if you think of LA, the Dodgers LA on the cap is what you think of. It's the same way with Boston and the B. It's the same way with New York and that Tiffany designed NY. The Dodgers, that blue and white matches the walls of the stadium. I mean, you see those colors and you just know that like that team's showing up to play. It's a jersey that means nothing but business. Number 5 on my list.
Okay, I'm with it.
What's number 4 on your list?
Number 4, Texas Rangers. I like that they've got the... I mean, a lot of teams, I guess, are in the same boat, but I like that they can go... They have a very crisp red and a crisp blue that they kind of go interchangeably. They've got... I believe this year they're rocking like a baby blue throwback look.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Their hat's pretty standard as far as baseball goes. You know, just the letter on the center of the cap, but...
Yeah,
I really like. I don't know. I like it. I think it just looks good given its competition.
Hey, I respect it. These other cats may not, but I certainly do. I certainly respect it. So my 4, and it actually pains me to say this, and I know it's going to pain you to hear it. The St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay. I do. I mean, I like it. I like that. I like their like the bird sitting on the bat. I think that just looks.
Yeah.
Pretty
I like that. I mean, that's part of the reason why I have them in it. In terms of red, I think they do red the best in terms of any team in the league. Of course, you have several teams that have red, from the Red Sox to the Angels. Diamondbacks have a red, but I think the Cardinals they do it best. I think they put enough pizzazz in it to make it stand out, but not enough pizzazz in it that you're like, damn, that's a lot of pizzazz. You know what I mean? Like, they got the right amount of pizzazz in it, and I got some friends down here at home who will be happy to hear me say that, but it pains me to say it, but I gotta give them credit. They got a sharp looking jersey.
Yeah, I like them. Oh no, he's gonna get it. Oof. Took him 20 seconds. Also, I don't know how that guy, when you chopped it to short a second ago, I went to toss it to second and he pump faked it for whatever reason, so I didn't want that original double play.
0-1.
I was gonna say something about the Cardinals, I forget what it was. Yeah,
Guess it wasn't that important.
Yeah, I can't remember. I like it though. I think for being such a simplistic logo, or a Cardinal's a very limited logo to have, but they've maximized it a lot, very efficiently.
Oh, for sure.
I like that. But what's weird, I don't understand baseball of any sport. It seems like every logo, primary, secondary, whatever, it's just your city's letter. That's all teams use anymore. It's weird, but I mean, I guess it's working.
Oh, you're gutting me there. You're gutting me.
Had me scared there for a second. But I ain't no bitch.
Oh, shoot. Alright, so you gave us, what, 4 and 5? Did you give us number 3 yet?
No, my number 3 I went with the Oakland A's.
Ooh, okay. Solid pick.
Oh, he's hurt. I can't use him. Damn. Yeah, I like the uniqueness of having not such a simple color scheme. Instead of having, the red, the blue, they rock the green and yellow. They've got the gross all yellows. It's not a crazy aesthetically good look, but it's unique, and so I'll give it a little bit of props for that.
Yeah. I
Plus, the old
respect
school elephant was always badass too.
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
I respect that.
What
I
you got
respect
for
it.
me?
My number 3, the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
I like the Orioles, especially their hat. The hat with the bird on it, and it's a little cartoony. I'm a fan of it.
Now, the first baseman.
The black and orange looks kind of sharp, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The black,
I wish it
orange,
was
and
put
white.
to better use, but
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, back when Buck Showalter was coaching them to a respectable record, gutted. Oh man, that's what you do for
Apology.
leaving a guy in 9 innings.
Now batting.
But yeah, the Orioles, they're my number 3. I think the color scheme helps quite a bit. I think they got a fire logo. It just sucks that the team doesn't win more than 56 games. So it is what it is.
Doesn't always work out to be ideal that way, but stay in. Oh,
That cost you a run right there.
Number 4.
yeah, probably.
Yadier.
It's okay. I'll get it right here.
Cheater.
Congrats, you threw out 0 speed, Yachty. They barely got in his
Oh
wheelchair
my
before he
god,
got
that's
him.
funny.
Fowler.
What the hell is this?
Oh, that's funny.
What do you have at 2?
My number 2 This might surprise you because I believe you expected me to have this at 1, the New York Yankees.
Okay.
The Yankees, like I mentioned, that Tiffany-inspired NY logo. If you think New York, that is what you think of. I mean, people from China to Senegal to England to Brazil, you show them the Tiffany New York NY, that they're thinking New York City. I mean, the pinstripes, it's the most iconic jersey. I would say it's probably the most iconic jersey ever. Granted, I think part of the status it's had is because of the Yankees' continued success for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Yankees fan, so it gives it a little bit more credence. If I didn't like number 1 as much as I like it, it would be in my number 1 spot. Again, I know it's a hell of a statement to make, but yeah, that's my number 2.
Okay. I'm with it. Oh my, rip his head off, why don't you?
So what would you put at number 2?
My 2, I have Seattle, the Mariners.
Ooh,
Thinking
okay,
back,
okay.
like the old school Ken Griffey look. I like that, like the pitchfork M. I like their colors now with like the turquoise and the navy kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ken Griffey's probably basically the real reason for that. I've always kind of wanted that old school Griffey 24 out there center field looking as fly as ever. Go to the ball. Oh my god, that was not where that said it was going.
That's
oh, wow.
trash.
So I'm like what, 6-0, 5-0?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Disappointing, but you know, it is what it is.
Who's your top spot while we wrap up this ball game?
Alright, my top spot. This city just knows how to pump out fire uniforms. The Toronto Blue Jays are my number 1. The numbering and the lettering on the back, I think, really helped this out. They do the double style numbering, which I think is really creative. It's a style that I like quite a bit. Obviously, the blue and white it's a really nice combination to go with. The bird with the red Canadian maple leaf as a part incorporated into the logo. I think it's really sharp. Just the simple Blue Jays on the front of the jersey. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a sweet jersey, and I think it also helps that all of the great moments in my head about Blue Jays history all come in that jersey. Whether it be Joe Carter's home run, Jose Batista's 8th inning Game 5 ALDS home run, Edwin Encarnacion's walk off in the wild card game the year after. All the most memorable moments in Blue Jays history have come in that jersey, and I think that helps it out. But I think the Blue Jays jersey is my personal favorite.
Okay, I like Toronto's. I just got that Vlad Jr. T-shirt. I think it looks nice. My numero uno, the Atlanta Braves.
Ooh.
I like that they've got like the old school with like the slightly different, like the royal blue. I like their navy now. Their logo goes well. It's kind of like the Cardinals, right? It's got just like they incorporate the logo into the text on the front of the jersey. So
yeah,
I think they do a good job of managing all that, and in reality, it doesn't look bad. So I give them credit for it.
Yeah. So those were our top 5 in each of the 4 sports. So now you guys got a little bit more of an idea of what suits our palate, so to say.
Bonjour.
Oh, shoot. And so we fulfilled that part of our podcast. I guess one thing else that we'll talk about here before we hop off. Luke, you wanted to mention a little bit about Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, so video came out, I believe it was yesterday, that he had I guess, held like his own private pro day. Obviously, he's going to look good just because he doesn't really have any competition. He's kind of in a controlled environment. He can he oversees the entire operation of that throwing drill.
Yeah.
And I
Was he
believe
able to edit the footage?
maybe. But they did say, I think they said he threw 72 passes during that workout. And in his career at Alabama, he only threw 68 passes in the fourth quarter of a game. So
Oh, wow.
that's a little fun tidbit. But I watched his workout. I thought his arm looked better than I was anticipating. Especially coming off the injury, I was curious to see how he was going to be able to kind of rotate that hip into his throw. But to see it, I mean, he was able to get screen a lot of guys now, they practice the quick screen, stuff like that, to show how quick they can get the ball out from, snap to the receiver's hands, what that time looks like.
Sure.
And he looked really good doing so. So I went back this morning and last night. I watched a little bit of his tape from this year before the injury. Obviously, there wasn't anything after the injury. I looked at him post ankle injury, so coming into the LSU game, because he was hurt, I believe, a few weeks before that, missed a couple games.
Yeah.
And then I watched him in 2018 before he had really any injury, before he suffered the ankle issue in the the big or the SEC championship or the semifinal. He rolled his ankle again, and missed a couple plays, but he wasn't really the same after that night. But I went back. I watched him, but before and after different events, stuff like that. And I liked what I saw. Obviously, everybody else kind of has him as a top 5 player on their board as of right now. I had him in my 30s just because of the injury concern.
Yeah.
After I rewatched him today, he moved up quite a bit. He moved up about 20 spots. He's in my top. I think he's number 16 overall on my board.
Wow. Okay.
Because, obviously the injury concern is still there, but still being able to see the way he looks so poised in the pocket. He moves well. He can throw from different arm slots. I don't like his mechanics. I hate the way that he drops his elbow. Stuff like that. So I still have a few concerns, but I think he impressed me enough to where I needed to have that second look, really a third or fourth look at this point. But yeah, I moved him up, and I know a lot of people kind of think like, the draft's 2 weeks from last night. We're recording this, so it's on the 23rd. Basically, draft boards have to be finalized within the next few days if you want it to be able to get out. And people are going to sit here and say, well, you're just changing because of consensus, or you think he's going to get drafted, so you're going to move him up, blah, blah, blah. I know that that's kind of a concern. That's not how I roll. I had a running back in my top 5 players, so it's tough to go that way, but
Yeah.
it happens. I think there's still a lot you can learn even this late in the process, so I still have stuff to clean up. Still, if I see things that stand out. I had a couple players like that this week. I had a couple cornerbacks. Jeff Gladney, a guy out of TCU, I wasn't high on him. I had him in like my 80s. Because the last time I really went in and did a deep dive on him would have been 3 or 4 games into his final season with TCU. So I went back earlier this week and I watched basically 4 games from the 2019 season where he played. He played Oklahoma, which they have CeeDee Lamb. He played Texas, which has 2 NFL receivers on their roster. I just went through and I caught back up on him, and sure enough, he wound up being a first-round grade for me. So he rose, I believe it was like 63 spots or something like that. So, there's still time before the draft. You just gotta kind of be able to keep up and
Sure.
adjust as time flies. So,
with your recent changes in your grading, has your mock draft been significantly affected?
No. So my mock draft, the mock was based on where I think players would go, and my board is where I have them graded. So if I have a guy rated low, but I think he's going to go high, I'm still going to put him high in that mock. Now, if I was doing what I would do, then it would probably be different. If it was like, if I was a GM, what would I pick? Then yeah, it would be changing. But given how I kind of go about the different a big board versus a draft simulation. It shouldn't change based off of my grading in that regard.
Hey, I respect it.
But,
I respect it.
I believe so. Like I said, the draft is April 9th or April 23rd. That Monday, I believe, is April 19th, or maybe it's the Sunday, one of the two. I will be over at the Viking Age, which is where the majority of my writing goes. I will have a Vikings mock draft, 7 rounds, 12 picks. That'll be coming out. I've been writing it now. I just gotta wait to get it submitted and everything like that before it can be cleared. But keep an eye out for that. It'll have a short analysis, about 200 to 300 words on each player that I pick, and then kind of where they fit with the team, and then hopefully it works from there. And then, yeah, I'm still deciding if I want to do the Periscope or not on draft night. It's going to be kind of a crazy week that week, so
sure.
I mean, I'll definitely be watching the draft. I just don't know if I could be fully committed to keeping up with school and work and keeping up the pod that night. But if I can, I'll definitely make sure to let you guys know.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to it, man. You said we can expect that piece out on the Viking Age. What did you say?
It should be around April 19th, a few days before the draft at the very latest.
All right, so about a week and a half?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll make sure to send that out, and hopefully we can get some eyes on that piece.
Yes, sir. And I do want to say shout out to everybody who does read. A little self-gloat time. So last month, the month of March, I hit I think I hit 195,000 views in the 30-day span or 31-day span. And since I joined the Viking Age, so it's a funny story. So I started over at NFL Spin Zone right after I graduated from Wabash, right? And I started there. I wrote for the Ravens, the Bills, and the Vikings. And probably a month in, the editor from the Viking Age, who is part of the NFL Spin Zone, it's like a one-off. They work for the same company. It's just more focused on team rather than the league as a whole. The editor reached out to me, so I kind of left the Spin Zone like immediately after I started there. I went to the Viking Age as like my go-to spot. So I was there. I started there. I've been there for about 9 months now, and I've reached almost 1 million views since I started. So
that's awesome.
We just continue to keep growing, and hopefully,
round of applause
hopefully people like it.
So. Yeah, that is great, dude. That is great. Oh, almost 1 million views.
Yes, sir. I've had a few bad months, like a month of like 3,000 or 4,000, but for every one of those, you have one of I had a couple posts at 175,000. I've had a couple months reach up near 200,000. So I mean, it adds up over time, and hopefully by the end of draft season, I can hit 1 million and see what happens from there. But
that's great.
We're looking forward to seeing what happens.
That is great. Well, I'm glad to hear one of us is doing big things in this world.
Hey, you're up there on the front lines.
No, man. What I do is very, 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 very minimal. I'm far more luxury than necessity. But I appreciate that. We're gonna get you to 1 million views within 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna start a campaign. We are going to start a campaign. Hashtag 1 million for Luke. We are going to get Luke Parrish up to 1 million views on the Viking Age. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Oh, that is great. That is great. Well, guys, I'm going to leave my Carey Price argument for the regular show, the non-After Dark show, early next week, just because of some time restrictions that we're going to be facing here shortly. But what I'm going to be talking about come Monday, the NHL on NBC Sports, their Twitter page and all social media posted if you had to take one goalie to get you one save in a Game 7 Stanley Cup final, who would it be? And they gave 4 choices. They gave Tuukka Rask from the Boston Bruins, who have a very poorly colored black and yellow jersey. They gave Andre Vasilevsky from Tampa Bay. They gave Carter Hart from the Philadelphia Flyers, and they gave the defending Stanley Cup champion goaltender Jordan Bennington from the St. Louis Blues. I believe my answer, without a shadow of a doubt, would come from neither of those 4 choices. It's Carey Price from the Montreal Canadiens. How he is not one of those players, I have absolutely no idea. The guy is a former Hart Memorial winner, one of only like 7 goalies in the history of the NHL to win that award. He's won a Vezina. He's won a World Cup of Hockey gold medal. I believe he didn't win. I don't think he was a part of the 2014 Olympic team that won gold. And NHL players didn't play in the 2018 Olympics. But Carey Price, absolutely outstanding goaltender, best in the league in my opinion right now. If I needed one save, I'm going to explain why early next week. And if you're a fan of hockey or know anybody who's a fan of hockey who thinks I'm wrong, tell them to turn into the show and give me their opinion, because I look forward to hearing it.
Yes, sir. We'll go early next week. We'll figure out a time. Hopefully we can go somewhat close to normal time.
Sure.
And I did get that new laptop, so maybe camera quality will be a little bit better on mine.
Ooh, look at that. Hashtag 1 million for Luke. We gotta get that. We gotta get that going. We gotta get that going soon.
Yeah, I need it. Everybody send me a bunch of money in like Venmo and shit. Help me out. It was a fun week, but and shout out little brother Carter, just turned 19 this week.
Hey, shouts out to Carter, man. Tell him happy birthday from me, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell him happy birthday. Old Puke Soda repping the. We need to get him unbanned from Twitter, man.
Yeah, we do.
That's a little bit inside information, but I'm sure y'all appreciate it.
Yeah. What a cool guy.
He's a good guy. I like Carter a lot. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is going to wrap us up for the Around the Leagues After Dark version of. Getting run ruled live? No. But, hey, sometimes it happens. So.
I mean, not to many people, but yeah, it does happen, I guess, sometimes.
I mean, it doesn't always happen to the best, but when it does, I wouldn't know because I'm not part of the best. But it's okay. It's okay. What can I say? So, goodness. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. Once again, wherever you are, whoever you may be with, please be safe. Down here in my area near Evansville, we're starting to deal with more and more of the COVID crisis. And I'm sure, Luke, you're up there in the Shelbyville area. That's obviously closer to Indianapolis. You guys have been dealing with it more, have had more cases than what we have. So wherever you are, wherever you might be in the country, please be safe. Think of your loved ones. And thank you for spending the last hour and a half with us here on Around the League. So we'll see you next week. And please be sure to tune in. Hashtag 1 million for Luke.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Alrighty, guys. Have a fun weekend, and we'll see you here next week.
Yes, sir. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in.